Hello and welcome once again to the Gydeline compliance journey. This time we're going to talk about data portability. Now, the key thing to say about data portability is that it applies only if you are providing online services. It's very difficult to give an export of information in a computer readable format if all that information is on paper. So if we dive in and have a look at our assessment and we take a look at the data processing area, this is the reason we have the question in here that says, do you hold personal information on paper records only? Now clearly at Gydeline we like to think we're quite modern in our approach, so we don't process records on paper only. So when looking at portability, there are a number of considerations. The ability to export the data is one, but it also has to be in the right format. So we're going to go and take a look at the Gydeline software because a lot of the questions give you some insight into what that format needs to be. So first of all, we have to make sure that we tell the data subjects about their right to portability, and we do that at Gydeline. And so, if we assume for one moment that we have a data portability process in place, then we need to make sure that it meets certain criteria. It's in a common format, it's machine readable, and it can be transferred directly from Gydeline to another company if our customer should so wish. And if it's machine readable, well, it kind of implies that it's in a structured format, but we need to make sure that that is part of the export. When we give the information to the individual, we need to make sure that we give them all the information they've provided to us, or any information that's been generated by their activity on our systems. We don't have to give them other information that we've inferred about them. However, it might be considered best practice to do that. Some other things that are best practice, and these are based on guidance on data portability issued by the Article 29 Working Party, is if we do an online service, do we give individuals the ability to directly download that information from us without making a request? Do we provide a software API that enables them to directly get that information? And finally, do we tell individuals how quickly they're going to get their data when they request it? So there's a lot of things to consider. At Gydeline we have a process to respond to those requests for information, and we provide that information in a CSV format, but other developers and other companies may take different approaches, but that's what we do. So that's all on data portability, and that is the first of many rights, which is what we're going to be talking more about next time. So until then, we hope you find your compliance simple.